Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of June 2022, or for whenever you find it. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please bring messages for Sagittarius' highest good. Thank you. So welcome back Sagittarius. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for returning. If you're new to the channel, I like to get one overall theme from the Wild Unknown archetype. It's like a little story time before we get into the tarot. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. All right, you have the Poet. Nice. I like that. Feels very creative, obviously. It's page 75. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Lovely. So are you feeling a call to creativity? Perhaps you will be soon. Let's open with Light Seers Tarot. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. They're feeling slippery today. Sagittarius energy. Seeing a lot of major arcanas as I'm shuffling. So big energies, big changes, shifts in the wind, so to speak. All right, this is for Sagittarius. Let's get it. Bottom of the deck is a brand new adventure. Is there something calling to you, Sagittarius? The Fool is ground zero, literally number 0 out of the 21 major arcanas. This is 0, or 22, sorry. Excuse me. So this is starting fresh. She's not even packing back. Typically, you see the Fool carrying a small satchel, a couple of things with them. But this person isn't carrying anything but just a crystal and her rod there, her wand. So we're trusting the universe to take this leap of faith. We have the High Priestess under that. So like I said, there was a lot of major arcanas that were showing up as I was shuffling. And yeah, this is a brand new adventure. Calling, something's beckoning to you, something's calling to you. So a rebirth is happening here, I see, with the 5 of Cups to the Judgment and then the 9 of Pentacles, right? So you see these two similar colored energies, the blue. This is a very downtrodden energy. As you can tell, her body language is hunched over. She's basically focusing on all of these cups that have spilled over. They've gone down the drain, and because she's focused on it, it's also pulling her energy down the drain, right? So right behind her is the Ace of Cups. She can't see it though because she's so focused on these ones. that haven't been satisfying. Because remember, the cups represent emotional things. So emotional investments, relationships, whatever, that haven't worked out, that have, gone down the drain, so to speak. But because she's so focused on it, really, the emphasis is to shift the focus, because it's just pulling your energy down the drain. So this here with the Judgment is very nice to see together, because the Judgment energy and is a rebirth energy. And I feel like Sagittarius, it's like you basically becoming aware that maybe perhaps your attention was being given to, the dissatisfying aspects of life, right? So you're doing kind of like a life review here with this Judgment energy and having this rebirth. Now, the Judgment is a card of Scorpio, and your rebirth is literally putting you in a beautiful position. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is financial independence, living your best life, enjoying your best life, feeling good in your skin. You're not, you see the difference between these energies here, right? They're like literally night and day. So I like that. I really like that. This Judgment energy, this is the major arcana. And like I said, it's just this, it feels like you've done this life review and you've had this rebirth. So let's keep going. Yeah, okay, you're deciding to come in out of the cold. How they show the Five of Pentacles here in the Light Seers Tarot is, obviously this small child here who's feeling abandoned, left out in the cold. She's wearing rags. It's a very difficult energy, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, it can even represent, financial trouble and struggle and stuff like that. But again, they want to emphasize it's partly to do with where are we focusing, okay? Because, she's upset, and there's nothing wrong with being upset. If there's legitimate reason, you got to cry it out, for God's sakes, But then, pick the chin up, turn around, voila, there's a key to open the door, right? So like the solution is right there. All is needed really is just a little shift in focus. And I'm not suggesting at all to the Chariot wanted to come out just then. I tucked it back in, but I saw it, and there's that Fool again. But yeah, just being aware of where you are inside of yourself, taking internal revenue. What is it? When you take stock of the shelves or something needs to be left behind, right? Okay. Eight of Cups. So for me, I'm just seeing it as leaving that feeling of shit, why didn't it work out? Or all these things, why doesn't it ever work out for me? Well, there's always an infinite supply of new opportunities, but we can't receive those new opportunities if we're so focused on the shit that hasn't gone right, So something needs to be left behind. And I think what needs to be left behind is that Five of Cups, feeling. So taking self-inventory, that's the word I was looking for, inventory. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, so we can come back into a nice steamy connection. Okay, the Lovers, beautiful. So what are we crying over here? We're crying over emotional investments of the past that didn't work out, right? So people we may have loved that ultimately it just didn't work out for one reason or another. And, honestly, that's okay. We come in and out of each other's lives, and the most prominent relationship of your life is the one that you have with yourself. So, checking in with yourself all the time, making sure that you're taking care of yourself, doing all your due diligence to do what you need to do to love on yourself, right? And then you can come into union with somebody else in a more healthy way. So let's keep going. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Now, the Lovers is a major arcana for the sign of Gemini, and it represents a choice in love. So making a choice, having to do with partnership, choosing a partner. And truly, if we're in a relationship, that is because, you choose that person and that person chooses you, obviously. So let's see what else came out. We have, nice, the Ace of Wands coming right under the Judgment. That is phenomenal, because this is literally, like I was saying, the Judgment being a rebirth. This is literally like a rebirth energy, the Ace of Wands. Now they depict it here as the fire in the mind. So an inspired thought, right? And when do we get those inspired thoughts? It's usually when our mind is at rest. It's quiet. It's not in a state of anxiety, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? So like, She is a little upset though. You see the tear that's coming from her eye, but it's like, so it kind of, for me, suggests that, maybe it's been a rough road, right? Like it's been hard, right? But by realizing that it's only getting harder because we're so focused on it, we can start to open ourselves to the possibility of new. And the aces are always something brand new. This is fire energy. Wand is fire energy. So that's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. That's your energy. Obviously, we also have the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck, more fire energy. And this is an energy of seeing your ships arrive. So yeah. Under that, though, we do have the Five of Wands. So this is a lot of like arguing, competition. It could be inner strife as well, but it's often drama, people who bring drama into your life, or just, arguments in general. But this is an energy of looking to the future, seeing your ships arrive, and getting excited. And in the meantime, like, this chick isn't like just sitting around like, oh, when are my ships gonna arrive? Nah, she's like living her best life, riding her surfboard, enjoying the show, right? Moment by moment, we choose happiness or we don't. So under the Eight of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's beautiful. So it's just showing that, like, you're hard at work at whatever it is. In my opinion, this card depicts someone that is doing a job that she loves, right? Like, the energy is bright. It's beautiful. She's sitting there with plants, and let's see what else is here. There's like a candle, some crystals. It's beautiful. She obviously loves what she's doing. So for me, this is like saying, like, you have this inspiration coming back into your life with this Ace of Wands, this rebirth energy under that Judgment. It's you really throwing down and putting the work into what makes you happy, what gives you like your best life, right? Sagittarius, the Nine of Pentacles there, putting the work into yourself, okay? And under the Eight of Cups, we have the World. Now, this is the last of the major arcana. This is number 21, the Fool being 0. So like I said, 22 major arcanas in total. But the World is a graduation. So we've completed a cycle here by walking away from something. And the way I'm interpreting this, and you can interpret it in your own life however it fits, if it fits, don't ever force a reading, but I'm interpreting this as what you walked away from was just an internal shift, okay? It was just inside of you, perhaps you were just a little focused more on what you didn't want than what you did want, because if you're only focusing on what you don't want, you're only going to attract more of the same. Now, here in the World card, this is a graduation. This is a leveling up. Okay, it's very similar to going to college, graduating, getting a job. This is like a whole next level card. This is also, like, for me, she always feels very protected. She's in her bubble there. She's always joyful and carefree, typically naked, not in this deck, but it represents the 4 fixed signs. That's Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. But this could be a card of fame as well, like being globally recognized for some sort of work you're doing here with that Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, right? So this could be a card of fame. This could be global recognition. This could represent also something in a different part of the world, a person, a relationship, since we do have the Lovers here. And isn't that so hot and steamy? I love this card. It's beautiful. So a lot of passion, a lot of fire down here, something brand new, Sagittarius. I like it. And it comes after you do an emotional shift inside yourself, and then you're vibrationally receptive to this, new energy. Your ship's arriving, this new energy coming in. I love it. All right, I want to clarify with the Rider Waite today. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, yeah. See, there's the World again. And you see how she's naked, right? She just has this, like, cloth draped over her, scarf or something. It basically, for me, what that represents is just this innocence, this carefree, like you're so protected that you can completely let your guard down. You can completely unwind and enjoy yourself. That's what this nakedness says to me as a reader. It's like, you know, she's so wrapped up in that protective wreath. It's just, it allows her to completely let her guard down. And I love it. Look, and enjoy like your overflowing emotions, the Ace of Cups. Now, this is another ace showing up in your reading today, and this is a representation of new love. Now, whether that's finding the holy grail within yourself, your own heart, okay, and the overflowing abundance that can come from your own heart by focusing on what feels good, okay, by focusing on what feels good and creating this environment within yourself that feels good, so that your own, you know, cup runneth over, so to speak, right? With good feels, like you're just fucking happy to be in your body and be in your skin. You're just grateful to be breathing, right? So it just makes your heart overflow with joy all on its own. So you become your own self-replenishing source. I love it. It's next level, man. It's next level. I'm telling you. And then anybody who comes, once you connect to that holy grail within, anything extra is a bonus, but not a necessity. This is for Sagittarius. Please, clarity on the spread. Thank you. So yeah, take as long as you must to do the healing work, okay? Four of Swords. This is taking the time to do a deep breathing meditation every single day. Like, that's what I do. I love it. I've been doing it for about maybe 4.5 years now, consistently, daily. It's like the most important part of my day. And repeat that for 10 minutes at least. Make sure you're taking the time every day to do the self-care. And it's just something about deep breathing like that for 10 minutes. It recalibrates us. It like just sets everything right. Doing it consistently, daily, after about 6 to 8 weeks, you'll notice a huge improvement in how you feel. It's amazing. I love it. All right, so let's clarify this Five of Cups, which doesn't feel very good. It feels, you know, it's sad. It's crying over the things that haven't worked out, but it's to the point where you can't notice the Ace of Cups, right? She's got that Ace of Cups right behind her. Five of Cups for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, bunch just, holy cow, bunch just flipped on that Five of Cups. Okay, the Four of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Hierophant sitting right on top of this pile that came out. So immediately I know that this was a higher level of commitment, right? Or perhaps somebody thought it was. These are there's only 2 marriage cards in the tarot, and they're both right here, Sagittarius. So that's telling me that some major relationship here, perhaps one person didn't see it for what it actually was, you know, took it for granted. Just their attention was on something that was dissatisfying. I mean, you can tell the body language is like arms crossed, like, those cups are boring. Like, fuck your cups, right? Like, this person can't even see this magical cup appearing out of thin air. Can't even see it. It's right freaking next to him. He can't even see it because he's so focused on this bullshit down here. So anyway, it represents a missed opportunity, okay? But maybe this person wasn't someone you wanted to have an opportunity with anyway, is kind of what I'm feeling, because we have the freaking Five of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles, which is telling me that somebody who was just thinking for themselves, like strictly like out for themselves, didn't care who they hurt in the process, you know, treated what could have been a 10 of Cups, what could have been emotional bliss and harmony, treated it like a fucking option, treated it like a fucking boring option, okay? was like breadcrumbing the situation. We have the Six of Pentacles. Like here's just a little bit. Is that enough? No, the fuck it's not enough. No. Okay, so, I mean, then we have the Moon. Okay, so this is things that were hidden and secrets, right? Deceptive things done in the dark, shit like that. Just two people going in opposite directions here. I'm going to put this back and leave just this one out. But that's basically what I'm getting off of that, okay? If it resonates, take it. I just see somebody who was focusing so much on, like, boring stuff, they couldn't even see, like, the opportunity that was in front of them. All right, the Judgment is next. This is that rebirth energy. Clarify, thank you. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and what came out to clarify the Judgment is the Four of Pentacles. This is a stuck energy, all right? This is somebody who's holding on very tightly either to money, because this is known as the Miser card, or, a person or a situation or a mindset, right? Like a stubborn way of thinking even. It's just a very stuck energy. So, or it could be that maybe perhaps we were having to budget the money very, very tightly. But with the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, this is a very generous energy. And she's generous. Why? Because she has plenty of money to give, right? So this is like sitting on top of the Queen of, or the suit of money, literally. And this is like having to budget money and hold on tight to money. Or maybe somebody was just, holding back their energy. They weren't giving their energy out. Two fours, Four of Pentacles to the Four of Cups. So, I mean, if there was an energy of, if this is speaking directly just to finances right now, then I do see you coming out of a time period where you had to watch your money. I see you coming out of that, Sagittarius, because the next card is Nine of Pentacles, which is financial independence, okay? We're going to clarify that one next. And we have the Queen on the bottom of the deck right now. Plus, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which just shows you hard at work. So, gathering your financial footing, so to speak. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please. So maybe you're coming, there's this rebirth. Perhaps you were without work for a while and you had to watch your money, and now it's like starting to come together. Something started to flip and it went back in. So, all right. The Nine of Pentacles is being clarified by the Magician and the Seven of Swords. Now, we saw the Nine of Pentacles come out earlier with that Five of Swords, okay? So now I'm thinking this is a person this is the same person, because now we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out with the Seven of Swords. Now the Five of Swords, which came out with the other Nine of Pentacles, which I tucked back into the deck, is someone who's just out for themselves, selfish, doesn't care if they hurt someone, will lie, will steal. It's just nasty energy, okay? This also is a nasty energy, especially paired with the Magician. So there's somebody, perhaps Sagittarius, in your life that was just acting like this, single energy, just out for themselves, again with the backstabbing, sneaky ass energy of the Seven of Swords. This is someone who's literally just stolen those swords and is sneaking away from the scene, right, of the crime. And then the Magician. So when the Magician doesn't have to be a bad card, but when it's paired with the freaking Seven of Swords, it's a manipulator. This is a manipulative person, not someone, it doesn't feel very good. So, okay, so you had to walk away from that shit. The Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is all about walking away from something that wasn't working out. Okay, so look, you might have had a rude awakening with this, because the Knight of Swords is on the bottom of the deck, and that is information that comes to us that's kind of a slap in the face, all right? Can be. It's a very swift moving energy. The communication comes in, says what they have to say, like da 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 da, and then they're out, right? Or it's a rude awakening energy occasionally. And so this might have come to your attention, and then you were just like, all right, whatever, I'm out. 8 of Cups. So, I mean, it looks like because you leave it, though, you go straight into something much better. So, you know, pick your chin up, Sag. All right, 8 of Cups. Clarify the 8 of Cups, please, for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it's you. Oh my God, it's you. That's your energy, Sagittarius, the Knight of Wands. So this is fire element, Leo, Sag, Aries. And there is the Fool again on the bottom of the deck. You're just like, yep, I'm out of here. Brand new adventure. See ya. Well, good for you, Sag. I'm happy to see it. And let's look into your future here with this Lovers. I think it's because you left some very dissatisfying stuff behind that you're actually gonna, or maybe this person left you and you might have even been upset about it. Okay, this person could have walked away from you and you might have been upset for a while until you had this like epiphany, this like awakening, this judgment call, this like wake up call to say, hey, you know what, maybe they did you a favor, because they were really just a piece of, you know, they didn't have your interest, your best interest at heart. They were only out for themselves, to the point of like hurting other people. So do you really want that in your life? No, of course not. So if they left you, start saying thank you, right? And doesn't it almost look like she is? She's like, oh my God, thank you, right? All right, let's look into this Lovers card, this steamy Lovers card down here for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay. Well, I can see why the Hermit came out, because we have to heal after a situation like the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is obviously painful. This person is face down with 10 swords in their body, and they're very dead. It's basically the minor arcana version of the Death card. But with death, there's always a rebirth. And you see this yellow here, and that's to represent, you know, it's been a dark night of the soul, perhaps, but we're having this new day energy come through, and a rebirth, and, you know, a time of quiet. The Hermit, going away from other people's opinions, seeking one's own counsel, seeking one's own healing, getting very quiet. He's off in the snow, right, by himself. The lantern here represents the star energy. The star in the tarot represents healing. So he goes off to find his healing and to get a clear mind. King of Swords. So to clear the mind after some heavy betrayal energy, some heavy backstabbing energy there. And I see it here. I mean, here we have the Ace of Wands, and it's depicted right there as a, you know, inspired thought coming, firing something back up inside of you. But, you know, the tears there, it's been rough. So the Ace of Wands, please. This is that brand new fiery beginning, coming back to life. It's a beautiful energy. Ace of Wands, please, for Sagittarius. Thank you. Okay, so we still I'm going to want one more card, because I see, you know, maybe this is what we're crying over, though, because we have the Three of Cups, which is typically a card of celebration, right? These people are, you know, toasting each other, and they're happy to see each other. It's a card of celebration. But with this Two of Pentacles, it's like, you know, well, is that still working through the emotions of being juggled by whatever that was? Or is this just, you have a lot on your plate right now, Sag? So it's like you're juggling a lot of things. So it's like, yeah, I have this brand new, like, inspired feel, but it's like coming with a lot of other things too. We're juggling a lot of things. Let's get one more. Why is the Two of Pentacles clarifying the Ace of Wands for Sagittarius? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, the Moon. Again, now the Moon is things that are hidden in the dark still, right? something that comes up out of nowhere is kind of what it's feeling like, because this is Pisces energy. This is major arcana for Pisces. This is also Pisces energy, the Page of Cups. You see the little fish that's jumping out of the cup there. So it's almost like surprise. It's like a little message that pops up, and it is emotionally based. So it could represent like the beginning, the initiation of a new love, because it's a small energy, it's a page. So it's just the initiation of something that is based in genuine emotion. It could also be just you like starting small with something that you love, some new, possibly work venture, some side hustle. Maybe you have a regular day job like I do, but then you have your side hustle that you love. That's your passion. Like, this is my passion. I love this work, So I do a couple of things too, right? So maybe that's what's going on for you. It's like you're juggling a bunch of stuff, and now you also have this brand new thing that you love. Or it could be a message, a communication that pops up out of nowhere. You don't expect it. And it's like, okay, now you're juggling like that, plus all the other things. But let's look into this Eight of Pentacles. That is you hard at work. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Simultaneously, different stories can be true in these cards. And like I said in the beginning, where it was like you coming back to life and finding your financial footing again, that absolutely could be the case as well. In addition to this other situation that's in, with another person. That Ace of Cups was just on the bottom of the deck, though. So again, with the, finding the holy grail within yourself, like turn on your heart light, as Neil Diamond would say, Okay, so Eight of Pentacles for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah. All right, you got to take the time to put the work in to recover after all the towers, after all the bullshit that keeps blowing up. Shit blew up in your life, perhaps, came crumbling down. The tower is a big shift in energy, unexpected, not always the most comfortable energy. But sometimes, it's good to be like, okay, well, why did this happen? And what did I learn from this? And, is it actually a blessing in disguise? Maybe when shit falls apart, it's because it wasn't built on a firm foundation, which is what the tower represents. It's like if it wasn't built on a firm foundation, it needed to come crumbling down, or it was inevitable that it would, right? And also for me represents kind of like, you see the crown popping off, and it's like the knocking off of the ego, letting go of the ego, connecting more to a deeper aspect. And yeah, they're emphasizing that you're going to have to do the healing work. After whatever it was that came and upset things, there's a strong emphasis on pouring into yourself to take the necessary time to do the healing work. Okay, so, and after that, voila, my darling, look at that. Two of Cups, beautiful. So we now have the Lovers and the Two of Cups, but again, with the message of, taking the time needed to heal within yourself. So, and graduate and go to the next level. Let's look at the next level. Let's look at this World card for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify the World for Sagittarius. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Sagittarius. Holy shit. First of all, yeah, it's a whole new day. You have the death energy with the sun. And like, you see the sun right here, right? So the death of one thing so that you can have a rebirth of another thing, okay? The sun energy is the major arcana for Leo. The death energy is the major arcana for Scorpio. Something has come to a complete end here, but it was a blessing in disguise. And honestly, start saying thank you. Just start saying thank you, being grateful, like trusting the process and trusting what's meant for you will not pass you by. The sun is the happiest card in the deck, and apparently, Sagittarius, there's something for you to get excited about in your future. So just focus on yourself and your healing right now, and And then voila, you know, it kind of pops up out of nowhere, right? Like, surprise, new love is here. So, but they are stressing to put the work in to heal yourself. Okay, let's get some Moonology. Wow, this is already 35 minutes long. Okay, this is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Sagittarius, if you like the way I read the cards, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It's so helpful to get the message out there to other people to find. You have a time for healing, balsamic moon. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? So, yeah, I mean, could they be any more clear with their message today? We also have look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Holy fucking shit. Sag, this is beautiful. Like, if this isn't divine providence right now, like, I don't know what is. All right, let's get you a couple angels and ancestors. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. You're amazing, Spirit. I love you. Love working with Spirit. They are so amazing for real. Like, you just develop this relationship with yourself and then with the universe, and they give you signs that mean something to you. It's personalized to you. All right. We have Lord, take charge with authority. This always reminds me of the Emperor card in the tarot. And we also have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. And then we also have Air Guardian, shift your perception. Yes, somebody absolutely needs to shift out of where, you know, where they're just focused on all of the shit that's gone wrong, all of the boring shit, all of the disappointing shit. We have to shift our perception if we want to attract better stuff. All right, let's get you a couple angels. This is by Doreen Virtue. A couple angels, please, for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, we have relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and spirit, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Well, how about that? Your messages are clear as day today, Sagittarius. You also have energy work. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients. Well, perhaps you're looking into doing some Reiki work or other types of energy work. I do that. It's awesome. I love it. It's like not only is the person who's receiving the energy going to prosper from it, I also prosper from it because it's like flowing through me. It feels wonderful. So, all right, let's get you a couple of cards from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. If you would like a private reading with me, the information on how to contact me is in the description box. If you would like to donate to my channel, the link is also in the description box. And it fell on the floor, but you got Divine Matrix. Isn't that beautiful? And for me, that's what happens in my meditation every morning is letting go and breathing my way into the divine matrix and connecting and recharging. I'm telling you, the most important part of my day, so I highly recommend it. We also have Spirit of Gratitude. And another way to say that is attitude of gratitude. And I promise you, developing and practicing an attitude of gratitude works miracles in one's life. All right, let's get a couple of charms before we close out. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. You have have this, I think it's a dreidel. I think that's what, or a topper or something like that. Then we also have, what is this? Say. It says scholarship. It's so small, I can barely see it, but it has this little, it looks like a magic lamp, like a genie in a bottle in the center. And then at the bottom, it says scholarship, which to me is just screaming blessings, like whatever type of blessing that you would want to have in your life. Because if you received a scholarship, that would be a huge blessing, right? So it's just, if you're not looking to go to school, it's just a blessing of some sort is what that feels like. And then we also have this little squirrel, which always makes me think of, squirreling away, putting away your nuts for the winter, making sure that, your cupboards are full and that kind of thing. And that's what I have for you today, Sagittarius. I hope it was helpful. And until next time, take it easy. Bye.